All right, all right, all right. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome to the Poseidon Show, the live stream. Ladies and gents, tonight we have a guest, Edwin Rivera. I'd like to say hello to my lovely wife. We won't have the camera on her, so those are the, what's the matter, hon? Loud?
My ears.
Okay. I'll fix it right now. Is this your mic? Is this, I'm controlling it? Is that better, Edwin? Tell me when. How you doing, Edwin? How you doing, buddy? Good? Beautiful, buddy. We're good. All right, so welcome, everybody. We're here at the Poseidon live stream tonight. We're going to be having Edwin Rivera as a guest tonight. We have my wife. She's off on the side. There won't be a camera on her, but that's okay. We could see her. Honey, you want to give everybody a little bit of a hello there? I'll get the overall studio view. There you go. Say hi to the camera, everybody. There she is. How you doing, honey? You're looking good tonight. Honey, we had some beautiful fights today, didn't we? Oh, my goodness. Edwin, you should have seen what was going on here before you came. You know that frying pan you saw that was bent that I said that I dropped? It's not bent because of that, but anyway. All right, so, guys, I want to say hello to everybody, to my subscribers out there. Kevin Maltozo, how you doing, buddy? Kevin Maltozo is a fisherman, a real fisherman, a real good and hard fisherman. I'm always speaking to him. He's always catching fish. He knows how to get on the bite. He is a professional, absolutely. Darling, is everything okay? What? Oh, your mic. Oh, I forgot to put my wife's mic up. I'm sorry, darling. How's that? There we go. Now, let me go back on my view. Okay, honey, give it a talk.
Hey, everybody.
There she is. Hi, honey. So going back, yeah.
Ebeth's like, she doesn't know how I put up with you.
I know. Ebeth, it's terrible. Last week with the numbers missing, this, that.
Oh, gosh.
It was terrible. Okay, going back, Kevin Maltozo, thank you for showing up tonight. You are a very good friend, and I'm glad that I know you. You are an awesome fisherman. Frank, how do we say? I always
Azevedo.
Frank Azevedo. He's in California, guys. He runs Stripers Gone Wild, right, honey?
Yes. Stripers with a Z.
Yep, that's Stripers with a Z. That's right. Stripers Gone Wild. Rick Hernandez, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, Rick. I'm glad you're here. You're always here. Chris Gannon, my lifelong friend. Chris Gannon, remember that night we went out together, and it was your birthday. And we're not going to talk about the incident about the car. We'll talk about it one day, but not right now. Anyhow, Ebeth, I'm glad to see you. Oh, my gosh, it's a contest where you put, so I was looking for your comment, Ebeth, and I couldn't find it, and I wanted to know, what is this all about? So I asked my wife, please get in touch with her, ask her, and here it is. So Ebeth was talking about a challenge where it says, oh, my gosh, it's a contest where you put one marshmallow at a time and say, chubby bunny. To win, you must keep all the marshmallows in your mouth. It's hilarious, a lot of fun, and can go viral. Ooh, I'm going to try it, Ebeth. No. Just for you, I will do it. I will do it. I will do it, Ebeth. I will do it. Okay, so I lose a couple of subscribers. No big deal. All right, Vinny Sniper, good to see you, Vinny Sniper. The man, Vinny's Customs, awesome lures. Been using them. Dynamite stuff, VMC hooks. I mean, just top of the line lure. I know it's a top because I use it. Anyway, let's keep going. John Garcia. Hello, John. How are you? Guys, I want you to know the guys who didn't receive their prizes last week, I was gone last week for about 4 days. So everything is packaged and ready to go. Address is ready to go. They're going out tomorrow. I'll be sending them out. So you should be getting them in a few days. Keep going down the list. Mario Gandini. Mario, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you. Mario, you are such a good person. I want everybody to know out there, Mario's not only a good fisherman, he's a very nice guy. I like Mario. He's got a good attitude always. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you, Mario, for showing up tonight. Ernesto Reyes. Good evening, everyone, Ernesto says. How are you, Ernesto? Good to see you. Thank you for coming to my show. Lance J, let's go, baby. Lower the music volume, my wife says. Okay. How's that, honey? Better? So Lance J, thank you for coming to the show tonight. I appreciate it. Who else do we have out here tonight? Adrian Ayala, hello. Adrian Ayala was the winner last week of the Drift waders, a $4.99 value, zipper front waders. That's the, you can find those at driftfishing.com. Check them out. Just check them out. These are dynamite waders, 4 layers on the bottom, 3 layers on top. They're breathable, tough, durable waders that I love to use for surf fishing. Totally on point with those. Adrian, congratulations. And I put in the order, got your size, so hopefully we'll be receiving them in a few days, and I will be sending them out to you. So enjoy those waders, and thank you, Adrian, once again for coming to my show. Stephen Hastings, what can I say? Yo. Stephen, I'm going to let you know right now that today's prize, can you put on that camera, honey, the overlook for the camera? So the prizes today are these. I'm not doing numbers, Stephen. You seem to win them for some reason. I had a few people write me asking me, oh, this is a fixed thing. I mean, Stephen won like 19 weeks in a row. Well, he didn't win 19. He won 18 weeks in a row. The man guesses the number. It's amazing. Anyway, let me continue. Thank you, Stephen, for coming to my show along with your wife, Ebeth Hastings. Thank you so much, guys. Dynamite subscribers I have. Good people that always show up on the show. Who else do we have? Mr. Number One Phenom. What's your personal best striper? My personal best striper as of today is actually 25 pounds, but I'm not going to say that because
25 pounds?
That's it, honey, 25 pounds. I did lose at least a 35-pounder this year on the Hudson. I have a video on that if you guys want to see it. If you want to see it, Number One Phenom. It's called Heartbreaker on the Hudson. You could see the fish. I was bringing it in. 35 pounds. Never had a battle like that. Dynamite battle, but the fish is gone. He's free. I could tell you that much. Anyway, he got away. I went to pick him up, and the hook snapped off the lip, and it was all over. Anyhow, let me continue. John Francisconi. Great for choking. John Francisconi, welcome to the show. My friend, I always fish with John down at Piedmont. For those guys that like worm fishing in Piedmont for the spring season. If you ever see John Francisconi around, he is an awesome guy to grab information from. He knows everything there is to know about fishing the Hudson River. Really a educated man on that striper field and whatever fish, because John's caught everything on the Hudson that can be caught, except the mermaid. I asked him, he said, no, not yet. All right, so we got Jason can I say that right, honey? Marrero. Nice to see you, Jason. I haven't seen you here before, but I'm so glad you showed up to the
Here to see.
live. Oh, Agent Edwin is telling me that's his buddy. Thank you for showing up to the show. You will be seeing your friend. I know you're hearing a lot of me talking. You're like, come on, I want to hear Edwin. You will. A couple of more minutes, we'll have Edwin on. Honey, what's that? Oh, yeah, in a little while, definitely. Absolutely. Woohoo. No numbers, definitely. Ebeth, I took your advice. Last week was enough. We had more people on, and we just couldn't keep up with the numbers. So I had to send out a complimentary prize to somebody because I gave it to somebody else, and then we realized that they guessed the number first. So we had to make a complimentary prize to Tattoo. That prize will be in the mail very soon. You'll be receiving that. Sorry you didn't get it this week because I was fishing in Montauk last week and I didn't catch a thing. But anyway.
Aww.
Now, I caught a few schoolies. I did, but enough is enough with that. I did make some nice videos about the corkers. We'll be putting those on pretty soon. But anyhow, so right now I want to introduce my guest tonight, Edwin Rivera, dynamite guy. I fished with him before. We fished in Montauk. A few of the subscribers also have met him on the Mr. Poseidon Striper Challenge. YS Outdoors Gaming. Well. How are you, buddy? No, I didn't get an Albie this year. I tried. I did go to a few spots where I heard they were hitting, but I did not get him. Let's put on another little song there. I love music while I talk. Anyway, so let's continue now with the show. We're going to introduce my first guest, Edwin Rivera, a dynamite fisherman. He's a young man. Single for the ladies who are listening out there. But don't think you're going to get Edwin. Edwin's a very sophisticated guy and knows how to choose his women correctly. Right, Edwin? Yeah. All right, so let's have a nice warm welcome for Edwin Rivera. How you doing, Edwin?
How's everybody doing?
Give a nice little cheer for Edwin there. Woo. All right, that's enough of that. So, Edwin, welcome to the show. Let's put Edwin on here on the screen with me together. What happened to Edwin's picture, honey?
Hold on.
She's working it. That's my wife. Because without her, I couldn't do anything. Edwin, there you are.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah, Edwin.
Yeah,
Good to see you, man.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, Edwin. How could I not? You know, we spoke so much during the challenge when you were there.
Right.
And you had so many good things to tell me. And so I want to start asking you off the bat, Edwin. Let me put up my globe, Edwin. It's been charging, and I didn't put it up, and I'm upset now.
Whoa.
Oh, there it goes, my globe. There we go. All right, so Edwin, what's up, man? What's going on? How's everything?
Nothing much. I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me out to Montauk
Oh,
this past
absolutely.
week.
And we're going to enjoy that carrot cake that you brought over.
You're welcome.
What a delicious, looks at these little carrots on there. Oh, my goodness, they're sugar carrots.
I'm half Italian. I can't go to someone's house empty-handed.
That's right. He knows the
deal. It's against the rules.
And my background is Greek, for those of you guys who don't know, so we come from the same thing. Half the carrot cake is gone already, but that's okay. We got half left for my wife later. Anyway.
Steven's asking Edwin, where did you grow up?
Oh, I grew up in the Bronx, Yonkers, and now I live in Mount Vernon.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. So, Edwin, I want to start off by asking you some simple questions. I ask all my guests these questions. Edwin, how did this all start for you? How did the fishing start for you?
It's a little long story, but I'll cut it short. My aunt, she had a house in Pennsylvania, a lakefront property. So for 2 weeks a year, I used to go up and freshwater fish. My uncle, he bought some fishing, some fishing tackle and some poles. And when I used to go up for the 2 weeks, he would buy a bunch of worms, and I would be out there every day fishing. And then, you know, you get a little older, you're a teenager, you want to hang out with your friends and with girls. And
of course.
So I kind of left that alone. And then a friend of mine in the neighborhood, I saw him with fishing poles one day, and I asked to go fishing with him. And he told me, yeah, and I never heard from him. Then I saw him again, and then he was like, sure. So we went the next day, and we went porgy fishing with some worms on a high-low, and we caught some porgy. And, like, you know, I guess, you know, not everybody is, like adept to fishing and not used to fishing all day long. But since I used to do that as a kid, I fished all day long with him. And he said to me at the end of the day, he was like, hey, you can come fishing with me anytime. Because I didn't say anything about, hey, let's go, or what time you're going to leave, or anything like that. And, you know, it's just, I guess, you know, I had the addiction in me. I just never did it for years. And so that became my fishing buddy, and we used to fish together every weekend. And we still get together a lot, but since I have different days off, you know, we get together at different times.
You're not worried about that now. You know how to fish.
I know how to fish, but he taught me a lot, and then I learned a lot from online.
Yeah, maybe you want to give a shout out to this gentleman who started you off?
His name is Jules.
Jules. Thank you, Jules, for getting Edwin Rivera into the surf fishing industry here. Thank you, Jules. You're the man, buddy.
I definitely owe a lot to him, and I still learn a lot from him.
Excellent. So I want to continue on saying, so guys, I want you to know Edwin is a very beautiful fisherman. And what do I mean by that? I'm going to tell you what I mean by that.
I'm handsome.
This guy, well, that's close too, but this guy is such a coordinated fisherman. Everything matches. It's beautiful. When you see this guy on the beach, it's like, yo, this guy belongs on the, maybe you should get an Oscar for this, because he looked at, everything matches and everything is clean. And I'm getting to the point I want to start talking about, which is taking care of your equipment. How to take care of your equipment. And taking care of your equipment means that you got to take care of it every single, and listen to me again, every single time you go fishing. And what do I mean by that? I'm going to let Edwin explain a little bit about what I'm talking about. So, Edwin, when you go fishing and when you're done surf fishing, what is your schedule? What do you do?
Well, it's really easy to go home and be lazy and just throw everything in the corner. But, you know, if you're going to a place and you're waiting, everything's going to be drenched in salt water. And everybody knows salt water is extremely corrosive. So what I do is I pretty much take everything out of my bags. I surf bags, all my lures, and I rinse them and wash them in lukewarm water to get all the salt water off of them, and I hang them. I take my surf bag.
Hold on, Edwin, I'm going to cut you off. When you say you hang them, these guys don't know exactly what you mean. So what do you mean by hanging them? What are you doing to the lures?
I'll hang them. I'll literally hang them somewhere, like you have in your studio. You have those those hooks hanging up.
Correct.
I hang them around a bucket.
There you go.
The joint compound bucket. I'll hang them around there to let them drip dry. And then I take my waders, my wading boots, my belt, my boga, my pliers, and my fishing poles all into the bathtub, and I rinse them all off and get all the salt water and sand off of them, and then hang them all up to dry. And what that does, since you didn't have the lures in salt water so long, it doesn't give the salt water time to corrode the hooks and the through wire and the split rings. So you're getting all the corrosive properties off the lures and all your fishing gear to make them last longer. Because I'm not rich.
Right, and I'm not rich either, and a lot of us are in here.
I can't buy new lures and hooks and everything like that every week or every season. So I got to take care of my stuff.
I want to say something here, gentlemen and ladies. What Edwin's talking about, it's difficult to do. You come home and we're all very tired after surf fishing because we're not like fishing a half hour and coming home. It's a lot. Surf fishing requires a lot. You got to put on your gear, put everything on, make sure everything is right. You're getting up on rocks. You're in the ocean. Water's hitting you. So at the end of the day, you're very, very tired. It's very, very important that when you come home, and it's so simple to do. It's just rinsing everything off with water. Now, I do it, but I would say I do it maybe 30% of the time. And every 3 times I go, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And it's not good to do that because why, Edwin? Tell everybody why.
It wears out your stuff. You got to change all your hooks.
Everything turns rusty, doesn't it?
And then, you have these nice custom lures and they're through wire.
That's correct.
That through wire will rust.
Yep.
And it'll break on you when you have a nice sized fish on it.
There you go. That's very important what he said. Remember, guys, Bill Wetzel will tell you too, and I know we're going to talk about that in a minute, but if you listen to these guys, they will tell you you've got to change your leaders, your swivels, your clips. Things got to be changed because if they're not, a fish takes you on the rock, it rubs up against it a little with the leader. Then you catch a freaking 50-pound fish for the first time. Here it is. You're going to get it. You're not going to reel him in. You're not. It's a big fish, guys, and he will snap your leader. Guaranteed he will do that. I've heard it from everybody. I've had fish snap my stuff, and they weren't 50 pounds. I've lost a few 30s. I have hooked up to. And proof of purchase, Heartbreaker on the Hudson, my video. I lost that fish. I didn't do it right. I did not do it right. You got to have everything fresh. And when you got everything fresh, you're upping your chances to catch that big fish you always wanted to catch. So let me continue, Edwin. So you're pretty much cleaning your leaders out, and also you're saving yourself money. Is that not correct, Edwin?
Absolutely.
You are saving. And like Edwin said, most of us are not rich. I mean, there's only one Donald Trump, and we're probably we're not gonna be like him. We're not gonna have the money he has. So we have to take care of our stuff. We got to rinse it out. We got to do all that. So I want to continue, Edwin. You mentioned to me, which I loved, at the Mr. Poseidon Challenge. I was sitting next to you, and I was talking to you, and you told me, how did you get all this information? How did you become such a good fisherman? How did you do this? What did you do on YouTube? I want you to tell my subscribers so they get the idea. Maybe they can get out there and they can do what you do because it works. It worked for me, and I know it worked for you. So tell them, Edwin.
Right. Well, I like researching a lot. So I read, I watch videos, and, I follow certain pages that'll give you the right information. They're all geographically oriented. So there's certain pages that are oriented to Massachusetts, Long Island, New Jersey, and you just follow those. And some of them are universal, but for the most part, like John Skinner Fishing, Fish Your Way, Surfcaster's Journal, Alberto Nye, Bill Wetzel. Like, you follow all these guys on all their social media, watch their videos, read their articles, and you will learn so much. And then when you're actually out there and you see these things going on, it like light bulbs go off in your head constantly.
There you go.
Constantly. Because, you know, I used to bait fish a lot, and I used to be out there all day long, and maybe catch fish for an hour or two.
Right.
And then you hear Alberto and I talking about there's magical windows throughout the day, and all of a sudden the light bulb goes off like, oh, I don't need to fish all day. What I need to do is spend my time wisely in very specific times of the day and optimize my chances of catching fish without wearing myself out.
Right. I know when we went out together that night, you were mentioning lures to me, and you were like, I was amazed because you were saying, oh, Bill Wetzel loves this lure. And I know he loves this lure because I go out with him and he's mentioned it. And I'm like, wow. And that's when I started asking him, how do you know that? And he's like, well, I watch Bill Wetzel. And I'm like, oh, cool. That's what I do. And he mentions also Zeno, Surfcaster's Journal. You mentioned Alberto. What a dynamite fisherman he is.
He's amazing.
And he talks about those windows.
Those windows, yeah.
I also like listening to Billy the Greek. He talks about that time right at the change of point in tide when you got about 10, 15 minutes where the water is, what do we call that, Edwin?
Slack.
Slack, buddy. Right there. And you have a really good chance of catching the big fish then. Now, I want to tell you guys one thing. If you see the video of this fall, my first fall trip I took in Montauk, those two fish that I caught, the 34-inch and the 30-inch, I caught them back-to-back casts, and I caught them when it was slack, right there. So, you know, when these guys talk, they're actually telling the truth because, you know, it's happened to me, and they're not going to say things that are not true. They really are. They really know what they're talking about. I'm glad that you mentioned them to me because I do the same thing, and I know a lot of us do. We like to listen to these guys about their fishing stories. It makes us better surf fishermen. And I want to mention Bill Wetzel. Bill Wetzel, thank you so much. You've made me the fisherman I am today, the surf fisherman I am today. Excuse me for that. No, I don't have COVID and got a little water in my throat. But anyway.
Water in your throat?
Mm-hmm. Want some water, baby. Anyway, so going back to what I was saying with Bill Wetzel, if you get a chance, guys, go check out his site. That's surfratsball.com. Really a dynamite site where you can absorb a lot of information. There are a lot, and I'm telling you, a lot of knowledgeable fishermen on that site. So Bill Wetzel's on a lot on that site. But if they're not on, you can always pick up a conversation with them and learn a lot from them. But that's Bill Wetzel, Surf Rats Ball. I also am a member there. I love that channel. Beautiful place to go visit. Other than that, let's talk some more, Edwin.
Ed,
yeah.
How's the striped bass fishing been lately?
Lately, it's been fine. It hasn't been the best. I can't say I've caught a lot of big fish, but I've caught a lot of, like, you know, not schoolie either. But, like, in between sizes, you know, 24 inches up to, like, 32, 33.
Nice.
Like that. Probably the biggest I caught in, like, the last 2-3 weeks is probably around 35 inches.
Right. I also want to say that Edwin Rivera, I went fishing with him last week, too. We met up in Montauk. He happened to be there. Well, we actually stayed together. We got a place together there, and we had a birthday cake. We made birthday party. No, we didn't do none of that. I'm just kidding. But anyway, also I want to mention here, Stephen Hastings just wrote something down very, very good and very knowledgeable. Yes, Bill Wetzel knows Montauk very, very well, if not better than anybody that I know. But watch this. He says, Bill Wetzel is great, but sometimes his info is targeted for his area only. You are right, Stephen. Absolutely. Jersey Shore can be totally different far as lure selection. So, Stephen, I have here on Edwin Rivera, I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to ask you. So, in Jersey, when you say you use different lures, like, I don't know where you fish. I think it's mid-Jersey or, mid-Jersey, maybe South Jersey. What type of lures do you like to use, Stephen? Because I want to know, because I'm going to be heading down to Jersey maybe next week. So let me know what type of lures you use. I want to hear straight from you, Stephen. Edwin, also, I want to say we fished together last week, and I remember when we went out, it was night.
Right.
And we had the new moon, and there was no light out at all.
Yeah.
Those are, ladies and gents, are they not? Edwin, I want you to tell them a little bit about night fishing, especially that new moon. It was tough. This guy can fish. He's very hardcore. I had to keep taking my breaks. But everyone was like, nah, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to flip out a little more. He was catching quite a few more fish than I was that night because he knows how to fish. He's a hardcore fisherman. And when I say he knows how to fish, guys, remember this. You got to get out there. Don't jip yourself. Get out there and fish. If you're going to go fishing, use as much time as you can for fishing and get out there. Do not stop. Just keep fishing. It will happen. That time will come for you. But I want you to tell me about that night a little bit and the lures that you love to use, because we had a lot of the same stuff. Obviously, we both listen to Bill Wetzel, but I want you to tell them about some of the night lures that you use.
Right. So a lot of the night lures I use are darters, bottles, needlefish, bucktails. Those are the ones I primarily use at night. And metal lips when the situation calls for it. But on that night, it was close to the new moon, and it was pitch black outside. And there was a video that I saw a while ago from Surfcaster's Journal that talks about colors. I can't remember, who was talking about it specifically, but there's no color at night. There's only shades. So that video I took to heart, and I found it to be true on so many nights. So I always carried 3 of everything. I carried 3 needlefish of 3 colors, 3 darters of 3 different colors, and always the spectrum of light, something really, really light, something really, really dark, and something in the middle. So that night, the first thing I threw, because I had previous success with it, was a green over white needle. Nothing going on with it. So then I changed up to a black over gold darter, and literally on the first cast, I hooked up with a fish. So that...
I was there. I saw it. Yes, you did. Yeah. I was so jealous. I was like, why is he catching fish? And I'm like, Edwin's like, listen, Mr. P, you can't use bloodworms here. And I wasn't using bloodworms. No. I'm kidding.
No, but he did have a light color lure on. So I was like, you got to change to dark. Like, color doesn't matter until it matters.
Right, absolutely. You could see there, Rick Hernandez says, black and purple works great for me on the new moon.
Right, black and purple, black and gold, black and red, anything dark. But that's not the case, because I've had nights where bone worked on a new moon. It's weird, You got to just try the cycle. Like I said, you got to have the 3 colors. You got to have the light, you got to have the dark, and you got to have something in the middle.
Correct.
And before you change lures completely,
call.
If you feel like the lure is working, like it's fishing the way you want it, into the conditions you want it to fish, just cycle through 3 colors before you completely change the profile. So go light, go medium, go dark. If those 3 don't work, then change the profile. Go from a darter, a needlefish bottle, or bucktail, First color, then profile.
There you go. So I want to also say, Stephen Hastings' answer here is your Zuri Mag darters are far better at night than the Super Strike darters where I fish at night in Jersey. Okay, everybody's got their own ideas. Let's hear Edwin's. And I don't want to cause a fight here. I'd like to see one. It'd be nice on my channel, but on my fight? No, I'm kidding. Come on, honey. My wife's like, why ain't got to fight here?
Those Zuri Mag darters shouldn't be called darters in the first place. They have a slope head, and I think that's why they call them darters.
Correct.
But basically, it's a swimming plug. It has a tight wiggle. A zigzag darter, the Super Strike darter, is a Z pattern. It's a totally different lure, and they should not be compared to one another. The Mag darter is closer to a SP Minnow than it is to a zigzag, in my opinion. But I love your Zuri lures. I love Super Strike. So do I. If it catches fish, I'm going to use it, and I do use it, and I do have them in my bag.
Nice. Also, I want to say quick hellos here. I'm sorry, Edwin. Jason Palmatier, who you met, Edwin.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
He's a very cool guy. Not only cool.
Him and Jimmy, I think his name is.
Yes. Jimmy was there also. But Jason, guys, I want you to know, is from the New England area, where he's from. Where, honey, you said?
Massachusetts.
There you go, Massachusetts. So Jason's another hardcore fisherman, but there's a little more than just hardcore for Jason. He actually knows. Honey, can you put up that overhead cam? That overhead camera. I want to show everybody something here. So Jason built me this lure. Look at this lure, guys. It's got like, I think, Jason, you put 3 coats, VMC hooks on there. Look at this. This is a beautiful lure. I won't use this. He wrote Mr. Poseidon on there for me. Jason, I can't tell you. Every time I look at this, I want to use it. I'm not using it. I won't.
Well,
Sorry about that. But thank you for that, Jason. And again, guys, if you ever want to ask any questions, if you're going up to the Massachusetts area by any chance, please ask Jason Palmetier. He is a professional. When I say professional, he really is a great fisherman. Every year, I know this year, Jason, you scored, I think, a 25-pounder. Big fish. I wish I had those pictures up right now. We don't. But also, I want to say thank you again, Jason. Good guy. John Franciscone, it's been said that lures are made for fishermen and not the fish. Just saying. Well, what do you think about that?
Well, when you go to the shows and you see all those flashy colors.
That's right.
You know, they say some lures catch fish, some lures catch fishermen. So,
John, you hit that one right in the head. Thank you, John, for that. That was very nice. Okay, so we got Mary Gandini. Woohoo! That's fishy right there. Yeah, boy. I love this show. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Marshmallow Challenge. I can't wait to do that one. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Ebeth, I'm doing it this week. You're going to see me like, okay, anyway, enough of that. But I'm doing it, I promise. What do you feel about red fins?
Oh, red fins are tried and true.
There you go.
They work. And what a lot of people like about them is they sit higher in the water column than an SP Minnow does, and it has a wider wiggle. So sometimes and it's a bigger profile too.
I have to interrupt you one second. You amaze me, Edwin. You really know your lures, and you're still a young man. What are you, 14 now? Oh, my goodness.
I just turned 35 last week.
There you go. You didn't have to tell the girls that. You tell them you're 27 still. All right, anyhow. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. Red fins are killers. Load them.
Yeah, load them.
There you go.
10 cc's.
There you go. 10 cc's. Yeah, boy. What are we talking about? Steroids here now? 10 cc's? Whoa. Anyway. So I want to continue on this conversation because I like it. What is your favorite lure? I know I mentioned it on my video, but what's your favorite lure? Tell me. I know you love super strikes, but go ahead.
In the daytimes, I'm partial to diamond jigs. You know, 3 different colors. I use the red tube, yellow tube, green tube, and I just feel like they're really effective in the daytime. At night, it really depends on where I'm at. If there's deep water, I'm going with a bucktail. If it's shallow water, I'm going to use a super strike, a needle, a darter, or a bottle.
Right. All right, let's go on to the overall view. Honey, I'd like you to turn around and say hello to all my guests. Sorry, guys, we don't have the camera on my wife tonight, but I had to do that. So let's get back to my guest, Edwin Rivera. So, Edwin, you mentioned your favorite lures, the tins in the daytime.
Yeah, the best.
Going from, you know who likes that Ralph Varda? Mm-hmm. Am I saying his name correct? He loves.
Yeah.
I met him for the first time at the Bill Wetzel Shindig. What a wonderful time I had. Great food, great cooks. I'm going to say it again, great food, great cooks. I love barbecues. You know, when you get invited to a barbecue, I went over to somebody's house. I'm not going to mention their name. And I'll never forget, there must have been 30 people there, and I'm not exaggerating. He had an 8-pack of hot dogs with a 6-bun package. I almost died, and 4 hamburgers. Everybody was looking at each other like, oh my God. You're going to finish that hot dog? What about the hamburger? Give me that Coke. Okay. 4 Cokes going around. Listen. I'm Greek. I know Edwin's Italian. When you come to my barbecue, you're going home with a 6-pack of hot dogs. You're going home with a 6-pack of hot dogs. Barbecues are about eating. So going back to that shindig, we had a wonderful time. I learned a lot on that shindig. Met some excellent fishermen. But going back to the lures again, I love lures.
We all do.
Oh, my goodness. I loved what you said earlier. Some fish are made to catch and some are made to catch the fishermen.
Right.
I think every lure just catches me. And then after I go out the first time and I go out again, I go, I can't wait to use that lure. I put it out of my bag and it's rusty hooks. Mm-hmm. Sharpen those hooks, but anyway.
So they're saying, so you have to load the red fins with mineral oil.
Mineral oil or water, or sometimes people use like shotgun pellets.
Why? Why? Tell me why, Edwin.
They say the mineral oil doesn't evaporate, Jason's saying.
Mm-hmm. Just get casting distance.
Okay.
Yeah, because the redfin is really, really light.
Now, Jason, I want you to tell me, you're on here right now. Why would you use mineral oil over everything else, Jason? Why? What's the answer for that?
He's saying, well, he wrote it there. He says it doesn't evaporate.
Ah, it doesn't evaporate. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Such a pro, Jason. I like Jason.
Yeah.
We fished together. Me and him were on the rocks on the south side at Turtle Cove. It was just me and him. Man, Jason, I want to tell you, I was like, please, let's catch a fish. We caught, all right. We caught a lot of fresh water. But anyway, it was good. It was good. It was a nice day. We had a good time. You know, Jason's a good sport. He knows. He knows what the deal is. You know, that's why it's called fishing, right, Edwin?
Yep, fishing, not catching.
That's right. So let's talk a little bit more about that new moon that night. So while I was sleeping on the beach and you were fishing, Edwin, you were catching fish, though, and the bite only lasted for, what I'd say, about an hour. What was all that bite about? Why? Why only an hour? Why, Edwin?
Alberto talks about that you want to fish about 2.5 hours after the posted high or the posted low. And that was about 2.5 hours after the posted high. It was on the, we caught them on the drop. You know, you want to fish the drop sometimes.
Right, there you go. So, okay, let's get back to me, too. I like being on camera, too.
Oh, my God.
So, anyway, I'm kidding. So, Edwin, you know, slowly finishing this off. The show is only an hour, but I wish I can have you on longer.
Oh, that's great.
But let's, I want everybody to know my channel is all about, surf fishing. I talk about fishing, and obviously I'm going to be doing reviews with the winter approaching now. I will be doing a lot of reviews. I will start by next week with my corkers. Look out for that one. I love my corkers. Without corkers, you do not survive on rocks. Remember, guys, you go to rocky areas and you're planning on standing on a rock or a jetty, don't think because the rocks are flat, oh, I'm going on the jetty and the rocks are flat and it's great. Put your corkers on. Because the water comes over that jetty. At least if you got your corkers on, you might be able to get a little grip before it rips you off the jetty. And then you got to worry about having a life jacket or whatever. And if you're wearing corkers, you're going under. I'm just trying to tell you guys, corkers are very important. They will save your life. And when I say save your life, I mean that. You have to be very careful when you're up on rocks. You could slide off. Edwin, we had a couple of falls together that night. We have to be very careful.
A little stumble. I wouldn't say I fell.
Yeah, right. Edwin didn't fall.
But I did.
I had to pull him out of 2 feet of water. Help me! No.
But I did fall when I was fishing with Jimmy and Jason.
Did you?
Oh, Mario.
So Mario, did
Jimmy
you
and Mario.
help him out, Mario?
No. Just 1 second I was there, and the other second I was gone.
All right, let me get some of these questions here. Jason Palmatier. Some through wires are lower grade of stainless steel and will corrode as well as you use water to load the lures.
Right.
You feel
when you load the red fins, if you use water, it could actually start to corrode.
There you go.
The inner components.
Thank you for that.
So that's
guys,
another reason for the mineral.
Yeah. So how do you know what's lower grade and what's not? Like, what would you consider a better grade? How do you know?
Oh, I wouldn't know about metals, lower grade or
higher
grade. But yeah, I guess you can tell by how quickly it rusts. You know, that'd be one way to tell, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah.
Man, my stuff rusts immediately after it. I mean,
you gotta wash them.
I gotta wash them. I wash them when they're rusty. I wash them when they're rusty, and I'm like, okay, why aren't they? Why isn't the rust coming off? You idiot! What kind of fisherman are you?
Edwin, we have Adrian asking what color you preferred and what color you think is important.
In fishing.
In fishing?
You told me about the night color that you love. Tell them about that, because I love that lure also. Catches me fish.
All colors will work. All colors.
There you go.
Me, I have a preference for bone. Bone is a great color, and that's day or night.
Correct.
And green. I think like neon green is probably like my second favorite color.
I got to stop you right there. I'm going to put my face on here. And this is very important. Striped bass see in that, what's that called, honey? Chroma. How striped bass see, they have that sight. Chroma something it's called. I'm not sure what it's called, but the fish, the stripers see these bone colors, the white colors, especially the green and reds. So I would prefer, at night you use darker lures. It's what's usually number one. But if that's not working, try a green. Try a red. Let me go back to Edwin for that one. Right, Edwin? Am I right?
Right, but at nighttime it's all about shades.
There you go.
Shades.
Talk to me.
Daytime, the actual physical.
You got to
color.
earn your hat, Edwin. Come on.
In the daytime, the actual color might affect if you catch or not. Yellow, green, so on and so forth. But at night, it's all about the shades. It's darks, mediums, and lights. You just take a picture of your lures with the black and white filter. And you see the mediums, the darks, and the lights. And that's how you choose which lures you're going to use.
Edwin, thank you. That was so nice. I want you to repeat that again. What do you do in black and white? Tell them, Edwin.
You just take a picture with your phone with the black and white filter on of your lures, and you choose a light, a medium, and a dark. And that'll be good for nighttime.
So remember, guys, if you see a guy taking a picture, and he said, and you say, "What are you doing?" I say, "I'm taking a black and white." "What are you doing?" "Why?" Because Edwin Rivera said, if you missed the show, that's your problem. He just gave you the answer. That is a very good answer. You take it in black and white, and you can see, because that's how they see that lure. It's
in shades.
In shades.
Mr. Number One Phone Man saying Bass Sea in shades.
There you go.
Right.
Thank you for that, Mr. Number One Phone Man.
And I don't want to take credit for that information. I got that from Surfcasters Journal. Everything I talk about, I got it from somewhere else. It's not something that I don't want to take credit for anybody's hard work.
Thank you, Edwin, for that. That's very nice of you. You could have stuck to what you said, and everybody would have been like, wow, that guy knows his fishing. But you gave it away, and I'm like, oh, he learned it on Surfcasters Journal.
Right.
No, it's okay. We all learn from each other in this business. Very, very good. Edwin, thank you. That was good. We're getting some good information. I want to stay on with you. So what do you think about Snoopy? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So my wife is standing up. She wants to say something to me.
Huh?
Let it rip, honey. Do you want to ask Edwin something?
I know with Edwin, we were talking a little bit about how you, in the beginning, you did of your stripe fishing, stripe bass fishing, you used to fish in the day. And then how you slowly realized that it's at night, you changed over to nighttime?
Right. So in like the first 3 years of me saltwater fishing, I was fishing primarily in the day. I would fish like literally from sunrise to sunset. I used to grab a cooler full of bunker and chuck bunker all day. And in those 3 years, I maybe caught 5 striped bass. And that's like our coveted species here in the Northeast. So I was like, how come I'm not catching? I'm using the right bait and everything like that. So then the season after that, I made a conscious decision to only fish at night. And that season, I maybe caught 5 bluefish instead. So they're primarily a night feeding species. And if you really want to catch them and catch them in numbers, you have to go out at night.
And also the bigger ones, am I correct?
I'm sure big ones are caught in the day, but the vast majority of them are caught at night.
Yes, without a doubt. I want to say Wayne O. Davis. Wayne, I've never seen you here. I'm so glad. New name. Wayne O. Davis.
Oh, that's a friend of mine.
Oh, John. And I thought he came to see me, Mr. Poseidon.
That's my brother right there.
There you go. Is it really your brother or
no,
just
not my literal brother?
All right,
that's my brother.
All right, Wayne. Thank you. Thank you for showing up to your brother. And not for Mr. Poseidon, just your brother.
Oh, my God.
But thank you, Wayne. Thank you for coming to the show. I appreciate it, buddy. You're a good man, without a doubt. Thank you. Thank you for that. So, closing out slowly. I don't want to stop, man, because you really...
Keep going, then.
Yeah, let's keep going. You guys want to stay here till 10 tonight? Yeah, what do you think? I got to go to work tonight, guys. Anyway. Unfortunately, got to make some money to keep the show going because I don't make any money. I just give it all away. I give everything away. My wife hates me. She's like, when are you going to stop making some money? I'm like, I don't know. I like these guys.
Oh, my God. Ebeth's so funny. She's surprised that you don't make me wash all the lures.
I'm surprised.
That's a good one.
You know what? Right now, Ebeth, I feel like I do with my wife. Remember last week she was the witch? Yeah, Beth, why are you doing this to me?
Oh,
Steven,
boy.
I'm on your side, fathead, anyway. Oh, my goodness. Fathead's a personal joke, Edwin, because Beth called him a fathead a few weeks ago. These guys are some dynamite subscribers I have. These are really good, knowledgeable fishermen, including yourself. Stephen Hastings. First starting out fishing at night was spooky. Without a doubt, Stephen,
So
I feel the
creepy.
same way. Swore someone was standing in the water right next to me, especially during the new moon.
Oh my gosh,
Steven,
that sounds so scary.
I just want to say something. What did I tell you that night? Nah, I really don't. You know, he was out in the water wading up to his waist, and I was out wading in my water up to my toes. In my toes. I will not go in the water. I mean, all right, I went up to like my knees, but I don't because it is. You
Scary.
feel, and especially if you're alone, and I've been alone plenty of times with nobody around me, it's like you hear a little drop of, are you okay? Is it
Great.
Okay. You hear like a drop of water splashing or whatever.
And you're
It's
like, "Who's
scary.
there?"
It's scary. It's like, who's there? It's Stephen Hastings, 47. You win again.
I believe me, I've gotten
Yeah.
the heebie-jeebies before.
I have.
I've gone fishing, start fishing, and then just get creeped out and leave.
Yeah, I've gone
Really?
to
Yeah,
some
I've left, like twice.
Yeah. And if
Scary.
you're not saying you get the heebie-jeebies that night and you're by yourself, you're lying. You're such a liar.
Or a psycho.
You're psycho.
Oh gosh.
Like in the shower when. Anyway, so I want to say that one night I was fishing in Montauk. So I heard a little like splash. So I was like, oh, I wonder if they're boiling over. So I put on my light. And I have to tell you guys, this is a true story. I put on let me put my camera on here. So I put on my light.
Your
and-
headlight?
Yeah, my headlight. And this is before YouTube. And I'm shining it in the water. And all of a sudden, I see these two little red eyes, these eyes just moving.
Ooh.
And they're looking at me. And then all of a sudden, I realize it's a 6-foot shark. Sharks are very curious creatures. He wasn't going to do it. He was probably a brown shark or whatever. But he was like going around me.
Oh.
And that was the last time I ever waited. I was up to like above my waist. Honey, you remember that story? I called you up.
Wow.
I got out of the water, honey. Jaws is here. I'm not fishing anymore. She's like, oh, would you stop? You're such an exaggerator. No, Edwin is gone. They ate him. No. But it's
my
true, though.
goodness.
You fish in these waters at night. But guys, remember,
You have to be careful.
if you're fishing in these waters on the new moon and you're out there, I give you credit. I call you hardcore fishermen.
Yeah.
I love all you guys. You guys are the best. Mr. Poseidon doesn't make any money on this channel. Mr. Poseidon is behind his mortgage 3 months because of this freaking channel.
Oh my god.
But anyway, yeah, my wife is like, oh my God, it's 4 months. Anyway. But the truth is, I really enjoy this. I love talking fishing with all you guys. All you guys out there, including Edwin Rivera, that night when I went fishing with him, I fish harder because if Edwin wasn't there that night, I probably would have given it up a little earlier and I wouldn't have caught in that 20-inch schoolie. But I caught something. And it was because of Edwin that night. You guys make me the surf fisherman I am today. I want to say thank you to Edwin and thank you to everybody else. You guys really push me. And I don't mean like you're pushing me to get out there. I have a responsibility. I have this channel, and I want to keep it going. I want to give you guys the best content. I work very hard at something. I'm very responsible, and I'm always going to try to do the best I can. Enough of me now. Getting back. Okay, let's read here. It says,
Jason?
yeah, 32 degrees this morning when I was fishing. I'm in denial. I want a holiday striper.
Aw. Yeah.
What is it? How do you say that? Here comes Santa Claus. Here comes Santa Claus. Down Santa Claus Lane, eat marshmallows and do the Hastings. What is that called, honey? The challenge? The marshmallow challenge?
Oh gosh.
I'm doing it, Ebeth. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Right.
I want to try this.
Oh, and last year I left my house early in the morning on Thanksgiving. I went fishing and I must have caught like 15 striped bass in like an hour or so. Then I went home and I had Thanksgiving dinner. It was one of the
That's
best
a
Thanksgivings
great
ever.
Thanksgiving.
Ever. Yeah.
You know? And tell me the truth, Edwin. When you eating that turkey,
It was the best turkey ever.
no, you thought it was striped bass because you
that
had such a
too.
great You're like, this is great, Striper. Everybody's looking at you like, what's wrong with this guy? No, when his mother's going, no, you don't understand.
And then my family,
he's a surf fisherman.
And then my family's telling him, like, where you going? Because they see me with all my stuff. I'm like, I'm only going to be a couple of hours. And it was true. I got there, boom, 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 caught a few fish, and I was right back in time for dinner.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a great Thanksgiving.
I have Mario Gandini here. He says that facts, Edwin got me on the surf 2 a.m. that day. Is that true, Edwin?
Yeah, absolutely.
What did you do? Did you hold a gun? Was it a knife? What was it, a hook, a really sharp hook?
I just gave him some information. I'm like, this is when the high tide is. This is when I think there's going to be fish. And, you know, him and James, Jimmy, they met me out there.
What a nice guy,
yeah.
Jimmy
We
is.
didn't catch, but, you know.
Right. Right. You could have lied on my show, darn it. But anyway, nah, that's okay. He was, let's see, John Francisconi. He was waiting for you, Hobie-One. For those of you guys that don't know what Hobie-One is, the shades that I use when I go fishing, they're from Hobie, right, honey?
The brand is Hobie, yeah.
I'm going to buy another pair of those, and I'm going to put them up next week, I promise. Dynamite shades. Where are they? Here they are. Where are they? Where are my Hobie glasses?
I don't know.
No, those are the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
All right, that's all right. They're in the other room. But John had won those, and when he saw me at Piermont, he was like, he was wearing them. And obviously we got the same shades on, and he's like, hey, Hobie won. And I'm like, no, stop, John. John, you will always be Hobie-One. You will always be Hobie-One Kenobi. You will always be. I look forward to seeing John at the pier. He's such a good fisherman. He's always down there, another hardcore guy. You know, okay, John's a little young at 27, but he's down there all the time. Right, honey? Honey, whenever I take you for a ride, who do we see down there?
John Francisconi.
John Francisconi. And again, I'm going to mention, please, guys, if you ever see John Francisconi up in Piermont, please stop by him. He'd be glad to give you information. But I'm going to tell you one thing about John. If he's catching a fish, stay away from him.
Don't bother.
Wait till he gets the fish. Wait till he drops it back in the water, and then go up to him. Don't go up to him in the middle, because it'll probably be the last time you go fishing. Other than that, John, thank you for coming to my channel, Dynamite Guy. Honey, tell me what you want to say.
So what's going to happen now? Is that it for striped bass fishing? Are we looking forward to
Are you crazy?
Oh, no.
spring? What's
Are you
going
crazy?
on? What's happening?
Are you crazy? Do you want me to start calling you the witch you were last week? That was
What's
Halloween,
going to
guys.
happen, Edwin?
We'll probably be catching bass well into December.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
no, nothing big. But, there'll probably be some surf rats out there.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Death rats.
So
yeah.
I like to fish in the winter. And a lot of people, Edwin, I want you to see me right now. Look at me.
Yeah.
I want you to tell you that when I go fishing in the winter, in February, March. I go with Adrian Ayala. He's a big wintertime fisherman. Adrian knows where to catch them and how to catch them in the winter.
Right.
And my biggest one, 25 pounds, which I didn't weigh, but it was at least 25 pounds. I was so excited to catch it. I was with Adrian, and he said, listen, this is what you got to do. These are the lures we use, and this is how you're going to catch them. I catch striped bass in the middle of winter.
Right.
Thank you, Adrian Ayala. You're a wonderful guy. I will never tell anybody where that spot is. Not even God knows. Unless you got like 25 bucks. If you got 25 bucks, I'll show you where the spot is. No, I'm kidding.
Honestly,
so Steve, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say honestly, for me, I like the 3 month, 4 month break.
Yes, a lot of
need it.
Yes, a lot of people do, especially when you say you need it. I believe you, Edwin, because you do fish very hard. Even when I met you the first time at my challenge, I was like, out of everybody, I was like, you were telling me, listen, I gotta go fish. And I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? Why isn't he talking to me? That's because he's a fisherman and he knew when to get fish. And then I saw him coming back with a 45-inch fish, and I'm like, listen, you got to put that back. He's like, no, there's a cardboard. It's not real. Not real, Mr.
Jason's going to be fishing in the snow, he says.
Absolutely. So will I, Jason. So will I, without a doubt.
And Steven's saying the run in Jersey is definitely going to be into late December.
Exactly.
The water temperature is still warm here.
Yes, I'm going to be heading down to Jersey. I don't know if it's going to be next week or the week after, but Next week, I'm going to be doing some fishing. Where is Kevin Maltozo? Are you there, Kevin?
He was there earlier. Right?
He's another guy, man. This guy fishes
He's probably
every
out
month.
fishing now.
Yeah, he's probably out fishing right now. He really is. I'm not kidding around. This guy fishes all the time.
Yeah. So
Go ahead,
it's
honey.
going to be Seaside Park, New Jersey, Steven's saying. The Monsters.
Yeah, does anybody know? Now, I bought passes this year for Island State Park. I never used them. Now, I know Island State Park's good for like May, June for blues. They get them over there. I didn't go this year. I had the passes inside. I never used them. And John had asked me, and I said, when I go, I'll take you. But I never went, and I kind of feel bad about that.
Yeah.
But does anybody know when Island State Park is good for fishing?
Yeah.
Maybe you know, Stephen. I know you're a professional when you talk about it. It says, look at the reports for Seaside Park, New Jersey Monsters. What do you think, Edwin? Should we head on down there? I'll pick you up.
If there's fish there, I'll go.
We'll stop. We'll go to We'll go to Atlantic City first. We'll
Gamble
all our money away. And if we don't win, we'll go straight bass fishing, catch a fish. We'll feel like we got a winner. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Definitely. So Mr. Number One Phenom says all year.
Really?
And that's what I like to hear.
Island
Absolutely.
Beach State Park all year.
I need
All
a break.
year.
I need a break.
There you go.
Yeah.
I need a break.
I know. You got to have balance there.
Stephen Hastings, IBSP,
Right.
had
Island Beach State Park.
had a huge body of bass come through last week. They are hitting them now. Wow, Stephen, thank you for that.
And Unre Azteca is saying,
It's hot right now,
it's
Mr.
hot
Pete.
right now.
Wow, good to know that. Edwin, maybe we should take a run together. I'll pick you up, man.
Sure.
It's going to cost you $50, bro. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, so we're heading now. We're above the show. I know we only do an hour show, but we had such a wonderful guest tonight. Edwin.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Don't forget about thank you for having me. These subscribers should be thank you for having you because you gave so much information. Now,
Fun.
tell us the spots, eh? Tell us the spots. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
in the water.
There you go. In the water.
In the water. In the ocean.
In the water.
Stephen Hastings said the wind slowed down things this weekend. Yeah, those winds can slow things down because when we went to Montauk for the challenge, I know the first day was really hot. That
very
was when I
windy.
met Edwin. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Oh, my goodness. It's the water. Whew. Anyway, the winds have slowed down things this weekend. I know when we went to Montauk, the next day, the weather just changed. It turned into the most beautiful weather. We had gorgeous hangout weather. You know, like beer drinking weather. Oh, I'm going to catch striped bass. I mean, catch nothing. But we still had a wonderful time. And those winds, when they change, depending, maybe if they're not biting and then the winds change, then you might catch them. But they were biting that first day, Edwin.
First day, yeah.
You had come up and I had just met you and you go, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing hanging out here? You said to me, I go, why? They're catching them down. So I ran down there and everybody was returning with slot fish in their hand. A couple of the old timers were coming. I was like, why? Yeah, get down there. So I noticed that the blitzes that were happening were about 100 yards off. I just missed them. I missed them twice this year. It was horrible. I hate Montauk. Anyway. No, I don't hate Montauk. I love all you guys. Thank you for coming to my channel. Also, I want to mention again, Dremo Primo Zip GD waders. Please check them out. Those waders are excellent. Mr. Poseidon is never going to tell you to buy stuff never going to tell you to buy things that are not good. It's things that I use. And if I feel they're good, I'm going to talk about them. If I feel they're not good, keep my lips shut and tell you that corkers suck. But no, I don't do that. I like corkers, by the way. I'm only kidding. I love corkers. So the wind slowed down. Nice job. John Francisconi says, nice job, Edwin.
Oh, thank you so much.
There you go. Look at that smile right there. Let's put that on alone there. There you go, Edwin. So Edwin is a very nice guy. Like I said, I went fishing with him last week. We had a great time together, and all we did was talk fishing. And every time he would say, after we were done talking fishing, he's like, you want to go? And I'm like, we just came back like an hour ago, Edwin. Yeah, I know. You want to go? And I didn't want to, so we went fishing. We had good times together. I'm so happy. Ebeth says, great show. Thank you, Ebeth. Ebeth and Stephen Hastings.
Thank you.
You are my number one guys, man. You guys have been here. Oscar, I have to say, is not here today. He's probably busy tonight. I think he's got to take his girlfriend out for dinner tonight. And you know how that goes. You don't take her out for dinner, you're in trouble. Yep, without a doubt. So, Edwin, I want to say thank you. Edwin, if you want to say hello to anybody, your mom or anybody, or any shout-outs out there, go ahead, do it now.
Yeah, I'll shout out my mom and my sister. They're probably watching.
There you go.
My friends that are watching, I let them know I was going to be on the channel tonight.
So
if they're checking me out, what's up, everybody?
And also, I want you to know when you go up to Edwin, you think you can get me on the show? No. Edwin paid me $100 to be on the show. You got $100? It's $125 for you. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm so happy to have Edwin on tonight. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you for coming to my show. To all my subscribers, thank you so much. Thank you. Right now, guys, you want to put up that picture of the lures, honey?
Yeah.
Oh, God, my thing keeps ringing. My wife's ringing me right now. She's going to kill me. Yeah, put up that video there. Yeah, put that over. So, guys, this is what we're going to give away tonight. We're talking about this right here that I'm holding. This is a
Is that together or separate?
No. They're together.
Okay.
They are together.
Just asking.
Okay, so it says custom crafted, 2.25 ounces, wood lure. It's extra strong through wire construction, which was what Edwin was talking about. You don't know the construction of that wire. Well, this one's telling you, look, extra strong through wire construction. Mm-hmm. Just rinse it, guys. Just rinse the freaking thing with fresh water. Listen to Edwin.
Longer.
His stuff is so beautiful. It's got a beautiful, what kind of bag you using?
I have 2 bags right now. I have a 4-tube custom gear up with a front pouch, and I have Ebbs Point 2-tube bag.
Okay, so I want you to tell me, you got 2 bags there. Before we go, you're using gear up and Ebbs tube, you said?
Ebbs Point.
So what do you think of these bags? Are they good? Are they not?
They're great bags.
Why, Edwin? Tell me why, buddy.
I think they're made with sailcloth, so that's really durable material. And
it is.
You don't get any snags on the material with the hooks. Like if you buy a cheaper bag, like was a surfer bag or something like that, the hooks get caught in the material. With when you have sailcloth bags like Flatlander, Gear Up.
Wow,
Ebbs
you know
Point,
your shit. Yeah, excuse my language.
Ebbs Point. Nothing gets caught on them, and they're gonna pretty much last your whole life.
There you go.
Yeah.
And
well worth the money.
Yeah, and I gotta say also that I have an ODM bag, dynamite stuff. The hooks don't get caught in there. It's just a good bag. So also I saw that Stephen Hastings says mustard 5 times over VMC all day.
Mustad.
Yeah, mustard. Sorry. Stephen Hastings, a lot of people are going to fight you over that, like me. I will beat you up on the beats if I see you, you fathead. No, I'm kidding, Stephen. I'm kidding.
So violent.
Steven, no. There's no violence. No, like that, honey. You know, VMC, Mustad Hooks. I mean, you know.
They're both good hook companies.
They're both hook companies, without a doubt. I was just about to say that. Yeah, I said it. Ha ha. Stephen Hastings, you're the best. Thank you for coming to my channel. Ebeth Hastings, Mustad, LOL. I'm doing the marshmallow challenge. I can't wait. I'm so excited, and you guys should too. And mention my name when we're at it. Get me some subscribers, will you? And for those guys who are listening right now, what are you doing? I'm the only guy doing this. I mean, come on. You get to talk fishing, what you like. In the winter, you're sitting around doing nothing. You're picking your nose. You're like, wait, Mr. Poseidon, let's go. Autocorrect is too funny, without a doubt. I'm going to clip your mustache. Okay, I better start treating Steven a lot better because I love my mustache.
It's magnificent, too.
He is the most handsome fathead I know. What a good wife. Ebeth, I want to tell you something. So when my wife is sitting next to me in bed and we're talking, bad breath and all, face to face, we love it. I love my wife. You are so right, Ebeth. Whether I have a fat head or a big stomach or she likes my stomach as a pillow, I have a great wife, and I love everything about her. I love everything about this channel. But anyway, let me continue. Let's do these prizes here. We have, I'm sorry, honey. My wife is so upset at me because you keep hearing that. So here we are. We got Zinger baits. If you guys know Zinger baits, now I want to say something really quick. So I went out there and I used a different company first with these plastic lures. And when I threw it out there, I realized one thing. I was getting hits, right? And I was missing the fish. And then when I was bringing them back in, now you guys, I want you to listen to this. They were nice. They was nice, you know, plastics that I was using, but they weren't Zinger baits. And I was getting one hit, and I was bringing it in, and it was ripped. Or after a certain amount of times of flipping it out, you got the jig head on the end. I used 3/4 ounce, 1 ounce the most, just enough to sink it down to the bottom. And when you hit it, just keep it off the bottom all the time. And I want to tell you that I was bringing back the lure and it was ripped. I was like, "What's up?"
Ooh.
But then here's the deal. Now I'm not kidding when I say this. I put Zinger baits on, and I was getting those same one hitters, and I was missing, and I was catching a couple schoolies. But the lure was very strong. Now, I'm not just saying it. Guys, believe me, the lure was not coming back ripped. The jig head was not away from the lure, because after a couple times of casting, you know, that jig head, when you put it on, it gets loose, and it keeps, you know, and you got to keep pushing the plastic back up close to the lure. I didn't have to do that. The lure lasts. The plastics, the material, or what formula he has, it's kind of tough, and it works. It really, really works. Trust me, I was astonished. So now I know. So we got the Zinger baits, and the custom lures made by Tsunami, Dynamite Pencil Popper. It's got the chicken scratch face on there, as you can see. This is a good lure. I love this lure. I have this also in my bag. And we got Zinger baits, 5-inch. It's the shad. It's got the little, what do we call that on the end of the tail?
Paddle tail.
There you go. I love my surf fishermen. They know everything. I love them. Carl Newman, Zinger baits are killer, landed my personal best last week on a 9-inch bone bomber shed. You know that I have that one. I have that one in the other room.
Nice.
I wish I bought that out. I'm not going to give away that one because I'm keeping that one for myself. I love that. That's 100% true. I caught blues on Zingers I got from you, and they're still fishable. Thank you for that. So, guys, remember, Zinger baits, quality. Wait, you want to put that pick up, honey, for the, yeah, the overhead. I got that. Zinger baits, that's the Zinger baits. These are the dark lures. You can use these. They're nice, 5-inch, nice little lures. The tail vibrates, so if it's at night, you know, a lot of times at night, and also I learned that from Edwin, you know, they're not right on point. They might miss that. But with a Zinger bait, and especially a, what do we call it again?
Paddle tail.
Paddle tail, that vibration, really, they zone in on that. And most of the times you're going to catch them. But thank you for that. Zinger baits, definitely good stuff. So how are we going to do this? Guys, I'm not doing the numbers this week. How many people do we have on right now, honey? Maybe we might be able to do it.
No, I'm not going to do a number. We have 20 people.
20? I think we can do it. What do you think? No? My wife's like shaking her head. Okay. So leave a comment at the bottom of this video. Come on, guys. Give me a like. It helps me out on the algorithm. It lifts me up when more people can see the video. So he gets already like 19. My goodness, you're learning so good from Steven. I'm telling you.
So you're going to do it the same way you did the drift waders?
Yeah, the same way. Yeah. Just leave a comment at the bottom. I'll come on Thursday again. And I'll post the winners. So Steven, Jason Palmetier. Guys, let's start off right now.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Edwin. Thank you so much for showing to my show. Edwin, thank you, my man.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I thank you.
I just want to let everybody know how hard Mr. Poseidon is working to bring this podcast to you all. Oh, and I got a gift.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I gave it to Adrian. Adrian, I want you to take your hat off and show them what boo-boo I did.
Edwin,
sorry.
Adrian.
Yeah.
I was Mario, now I'm Adrian.
I'm calling you every other name.
Yeah, check it out. So that hat is a giant hat. It fits King Kong. So I told him, I said, Edwin, don't worry, I'll take it back.
We'll get him the right size.
And we'll get him the right size. But that's the hat I bought. Frank, thank you. Have a great evening. Great show, folks. Good job.
Thanks,
Edwin.
Frank. Good night,
Frank, thank you for
everybody.
staying. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being on the show. Danny C, I didn't say hello. Danny C, Big Socks, Big Fish. Yeah, boy. Carl Newman.
Hope to see everybody out there.
Absolutely. Rick Hernandez, Frank, Adrian Ayala, Stephen Hastings, Mario Gandini, Jason Babati, Beth. I'm doing the challenge, Beth. I can't wait. Carl Newman, everybody out there, thank you so much. Let's go!